thank you for tuning in to our third installment of the Eagle Report. As always, I'm Natalie.
And I'm Chris, and welcome to the Eagle Report. Today is Tuesday, the 22nd, and it's also a 3-day week.
There will be no school this Thursday and Friday due to parent-teacher conferences. Thursday, the school is open noon to 7, and Friday it's open from 7 to 1. This year, students' report cards and schedules will not be handed out at the conference, so have your parents print out both from PowerSchool and bring it to the conference.
Remember, you can always call the office if you need help accessing PowerSchool.
So do those days off. It's a perfect time to go out and do some spooky stuff to celebrate October and Halloween.
And remember, there's some hay rides and hot dogs this Thursday at Summer Park. Spider Hill is open every Friday and Saturday this month, as well as Spook Hollow. Wildlife Scary Park is going on this weekend, and there are many more fun, scary, and some not-so-scary activities going on. Now, let's go to Word on the Street to see what your favorite fall things are to do.
Alrighty guys, I'm Natalie, and this is What's New on the Street. I'm asking people what their favorite scary movie or horror movie is. Alrighty, here I am with...
My name's Aiden Derry.
Maya.
Jeremy Bly.
Presley Spratt, you all know.
And Nolan Tubal.
Jada Wheeler.
Jaden and Tyra.
So what is yours?
The Conjuring.
I really like The Conjuring as well, actually.
Alrighty.
I would have to say probably Friday the 13th.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
The Ring.
That's a good one.
That is a good one. Spooky one.
Personally, I like It Too. That one was really good. I saw that in theaters.
It won is better.
I like It Too, but It One was pretty good. So that's our favorite scary movies.
My favorite scary movie is probably like all the Halloween movies. I love Michael Myers.
Those are good.
Yeah, so.
All the Halloween movies.
Those are good. What are your favorite fall activities?
My favorite fall activities would be to hang out with friends, make pumpkin pie, or cook out with family.
It's really good.
I like hockey. That's what I play. That's like the only sport I play. So that's it for me.
Pumpkin carving.
I like pumpkin carving too. That's fun. Going to haunted houses. That's fun.
Four-wheeling.
Okay, that is all. Now to sports. The 2019 Dunlap football team has had a great season, this year with 6 wins and only 1 loss. They have secured a spot in the playoffs this year, and we had a chance to interview one of the senior players, Jackson Chatterton. Here I am with the star quarterback, Jackson Chatterton. Now, Jackson, how great are you feeling about the season since you're 6-1?
It's been a real good season. A lot of people weren't expecting us to do this good at this point in the year, so it's just awesome to be able to prove everyone wrong pretty much.
Now, I heard a few of your starting players were injured at the beginning of the season. How has that affected your team?
Yeah, it was tough at the beginning of the season. Now we're getting most of them back, so we're starting to put all the pieces together and finally become a whole team again.
Nice. And who do you believe has influenced you to be the best football player you can be?
Honestly, I'm going to have to say Coach Kaz. Coach Kaz has really helped me grow as a player on and off the field, just always there to help me out.
Alrighty, thank you. I appreciate talking to us. Have a great game tonight.
Thank you.
Alrighty, here I am with Coach Kaz, coach of the football team. I'm here to ask you, what's it like just having 1 loss this season?
Well, so far it's good. Hopefully we can keep it that way a little bit longer. The guys have had a great season. You know, they've worked hard for all this and put in a lot of time and effort to get us to this point. You know, anytime you can have 1 loss this late in the season in the Mid-Illini Conference, it's a special thing that's going on. You know, getting the playoffs is a big deal. You know, a lot of schools don't get there, and we've been very fortunate the last, little bit here in our recent history that we've been making it, season after season. But it's a great accomplishment. It means you're one of the better teams in the state, and now you get to go play the best teams in the state, and that's what you always want as a competitor. You want to go against the best people there are out there.
The football team has another game this Friday, October 25th, in celebration of Veterans Night. Please come support your Dunlap Eagles football team.
Another winning team we've had this year at Dunlap is the girls varsity tennis team. They've gone undefeated in their whole season and just won the Mid-Illini Conference. Junior Taylor Disharoon won the #1 singles division title, and a duo of Katie San Jose and Emily Yu won the #1 doubles division title.
Reagan Duchesne was runner-up in the number 2 singles division, and the team of Alexa Kolesiak and Maggie Waller finished second in the number 2 doubles division. The win completed the season sweep with the Eagles and gave them the outright conference title. Alrighty, I'm here with Mr. Gornick, coach of the tennis team. I'm here to ask you, what's it like being undefeated this season?
It's a pretty surreal feeling. It's a lot of hard work by the girls, so it's just great to see all that work pay off for them and hopefully pay off for them at sectionals. It's always a little bit different. It just depends on what the group needs and what shots they're feeling and who our doubles teams are. So every year's a little bit different, so yes.
Great job, ladies. We also had a chance to interview Maggie Schroeder, who competed for the USA Down Syndrome National Swimming Team. She swam in Sardinia, Italy, where she won gold medal in the 100 backstroke, 2 silver medals for her 4x200 free and 4x50 medley relay, along with setting a new record and getting 4th in IM and a few other medals. I heard you went to Italy. How did you feel like you did in that event?
I feel really great. I got 7 medals total. I got 2 silver medals on my 50 and 100 freestyle, and my 2 other medals were the relays. And I got 3 good medals on all of my backstroke events, the 50, 100, and 200.
That's good. That's really good. How long have you been swimming?
I've been swimming since I was 9 years old.
Now, do you like traveling to events to swim?
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I'm glad to be part of the team.
What's going on around school? Picture Retake Day is Tuesday, October 22nd, so mark your calendar so you look decent.
There's some college rep visits still going on. Today, Tuesday the 22nd, the University of Northern Iowa is visiting during homeroom and the U.S. Army during lunch hours. Tuesday the 29th, the University of Southern California is visiting. Table Tennis Club will have its first meeting after school Tuesday the 29th. They'll meet every Tuesday and Thursday from 3:30 to 5-ish. Contact Mr. Goodman if you wish to join table tennis.
And last Friday, we had a great turnout for the Red Cross blood drive. Thank you to everybody who came and gave blood. Snowball is sponsoring Red Ribbon Week, October 28th through November 1st. Choose to refuse drugs. Pick up a red ribbon when you walk into school that week. Spirit days for that week are Monday is Red Out, Tuesday is Tourist Day, Wednesday is Crazy Sock Day, Thursday is Halloween Day, Friday is Maroon and Gold Day.
We had a chance to interview the new creative writing and world literature teacher, Mr. Piper.
Hi, this is Chris Eston. I'm here with Mr. Piper. He's a new teacher at the school this year. Mr. Piper, could you just say a little bit about yourself?
Well, I am a new student as well. I look at things a little bit differently. I look at teaching as a continuous learning experience. So I came from a much smaller district. I've been in the area now since 2001. I'm not originally from this area. I come from a small town up north called Amboy, Illinois. Then migrated south over by Quincy, and then ended up over here because of my wife taking a job at OSF. I made this transition because I've always wanted something a little bit more, a little bit different. The larger student body has given me a lot to think about. It has given me a lot to sink my teeth into, and I really enjoy working with students. I teach, contrary to the newspaper article, I teach World Lit 1. I teach a section of creative writing, and then I have a section of RTI reading, and then homeroom or enrichment. Those are the classes that I currently teach.
And what inspired you to become a teacher?
Interesting that you asked that. Multiple things have inspired me, but I'll start with 3 relatively quick scenarios. One would have been my 2nd grade teacher, Mrs. Peterson. In 2nd grade, we did a class play in which she allowed me to be the mother of the class play. 2, in high school, I had 2, I'd say, relatively distinct experiences. One, Mr. Arnold. Well, three teachers. Mr. Arnold was a history/sociology teacher, and the way he taught and the way he showed us things was truly unique and different. Mrs. Jalander was my high school English teacher. I had her 3 of my 4 years. That's how small of a school I went to. But I had her 3 or 4 years, and just her inspiration. Didn't make me want to become an English teacher, but definitely made me want to become a teacher. And then finally, Mrs. Travey, my anatomy teacher, there's a story to that I've shared with a couple of my classes, which come ask me about Mrs. Travey, and I can fully explain that to you as well. But those are some of the reasons why. But I also love to just work with students and those light bulb moments for myself and for them.
And how long have you been teaching?
Since 2000. Not a math teacher. You can do the math.
Yeah. Then one last question.
So the question was going to be, how old am I? I know that wasn't it, but how old I am is 76.
You keep that in there, Nate.
Because that's a question that's always asked, the question of where I live in a house. You can really quickly pick up on the fact that you ask a simplistic question, you get a simplistic answer, probably not the one that you're looking for. And so that's something else about me. Have you thought of your question yet, Chris?
Yes. What was the style in which you teach? Like, how do you teach classes?
Different.
How would you define different?
Take everything you know and try to think of something different, and that's probably maybe close to what it is. I think it's better to talk to students that have now experienced me here, and they can be a much better answer. So maybe part of this is that I give you a few students' name, and then you go and ask them a couple quick questions as to how I teach. Because the way I look at education is that education is not these four walls, and it's not what we think of education as showing up to class, the teacher then telling us something to learn. Education is this idea of learning, and it's something that doesn't happen just here. It happens all over the place, and that's why I said that little flub that you had at the beginning, kind of mentioning that I was a student, it's not a flub. It's true life. I'm still a student. Currently, I found a book, Trivium, that is talking about grammar, logic. Stop by, ask me about it. I'm only 5 pages in, and it's already rocking my world. This is something that was wrote in 1937. So different is the best way to produce it.
All right. Well, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Have a good one. Okay. So Mr. Piper, during an interview, he said that his style of teaching is different, and he named off you as one of the students who could describe that. How would you describe Mr. Piper's style of teaching?
Well, it's definitely different than a lot of other teachers' methods of teaching. For instance, he lets us make our own rubrics, which kind of gets us thinking about what goes into making an essay or a project that we're working on. And he also sits down and works with us while we're working to see if we have any questions, help us describe more accurately what we're trying to figure out, and just if we have any issues to help us work through them.
Okay. Pop culture stuff. Because of the weather recently, it's a perfect time to stay in and watch a TV show or movie.
This October had the releases of new movies such as Maleficent 2, Joker, Gemini Man, Jexy, The Addams Family, Zombieland, Double Tap, and others. This Friday, Black and Blue and Countdown make their premiere.
Some TV shows that are coming back for another season are The Walking Dead, again, Supergirl, Big Mouth, The Flash, Arrow, BoJack Horseman, and many others.
You're gonna do the Eagle Report. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Eagle Report.